More than 2.4 million people filed for unemployment claims during the week ending May 16th. In all, that's more than 38 million claims over the last 9 weeks alone. With that, many people are still nervous that they could lose their job. Here to discuss how these concerns are weighing on many people mentally is Headspace's Chief Scientific Officer, Dr. Megan Jones-Bell. Doctor, good to see you this morning. And I've been reading over your study, and 70% Americans fear they will lose their job in the next 6 months. How is that changing physically? How is that changing them physically as we all work from home right now?
Well, I think we're seeing a consistent increase in stress and anxiety about the state of economy, and that the majority of Americans do fear that they will lose their job over the next 6 months or have their salaries cut. And they think that actually their mental health is more important since this outbreak began. And so we're seeing an increased awareness about mental health. And we know that unemployment actually disproportionately impacts people. So in terms of a mental health disorder. So we actually see twice the rate of mental health problems among the unemployed relative to the 1 in 4 people in general who experience a mental health disorder at some point in their lifetime. Unemployment is known to actually cause symptoms of anxiety, depression, low self-esteem. And so beyond just the financial impact, job loss really can impact one's sense of identity. And so this, of course, can activate chronic stress-related physical conditions, but has an outsized impact on people's mental health.
Yeah, this is so important that I think people are just not talking enough about folks who are at home going through sort of their own living nightmare, if you will, feeling depressed and anxiety ridden. And a lot of it has to do not only about the health issue, because we have 2 crises going on right now, right? Health, but also their economic issues. So what advice can you give these people, Dr. Bell, who are listening right now? What could they be doing? Should they be doing? And not everybody is going to have the resources to go and seek out professional help, unfortunately.
Right. Well, that's a really important point, is that there is a lot that we can do to manage and try to buffer the effects that this acute and what's really becoming chronic stress has on us. And it starts with our mindset. That's really behind a lot of our health behaviors. That's why we at Headspace have made our mindfulness app, freely available to everyone who is unemployed in the United States, to better support them in learning and applying these skills of meditation and mindfulness to their life. It does go beyond meditation specifically, and that's why we have created this comprehensive offering around how you apply mindfulness to other aspects of our health, like how you eat, how you move, and how you create the conditions for a restful night's sleep. When you think about your whole health, it really does come down to a couple of key ingredients, which is trying to maintain a healthy sense of perspective and mindset, maintaining a healthy diet, getting some physical activity, and trying to find restful sleep, which is impacted by what time you wake up in the morning, trying to have a consistent wake time, as well as trying to wind down in an effective way at night. The last thing I'd say on that point is it's important for us to not take the social distancing as emotional distancing. And really, while we are physically apart from one another, we can still find ways of connecting with loved ones and getting the emotional support that we do need throughout this crisis.
Yeah, so important. Self-care, as you mentioned, so important. And, last night I actually made time to FaceTime with some friends, and I felt a world better, when I hung up with all of them. So I think you're right. It is really important to connect. You mentioned something about the app. You're subscription based, but you're offering it for free, if I'm hearing this right, to those who are unemployed. How can somebody who is unemployed sign up? How do you verify that they are indeed unemployed and they can get this thing for free?
Well, people can go to our website, www.headspace.com/unemployed, and sign up for our free 1 year of our Headspace Plus subscription. That's our premium consumer offering, where they can have thousands of hours of meditation content. Actually, this week we created a curated session of content around managing, living through unemployment, which has specifically chosen meditation courses to support people in managing this complicated issue. So we also have, for people who aren't unemployed, we have unlocked Weathering the Storm, which is a session of curated content that includes movement, sleep, and meditation. That's just on our website, and that's open to everyone, and it's in 5 different languages. We do verify that people are unemployed by asking them to tell us the name of their previous employer, and take a number of steps to verify that to prevent fraud.
Doctor, if someone watching this fears going back to work because they fear getting sick with COVID-19, what steps should they take today to alleviate some of those fears?
Well, certainly meditation has been shown to be effective at helping people manage their fears. I think that's important to balance with any realistic considerations. So, if your employer has taken measures to help prevent infection and spread of disease, and you're continue to be anxious in spite of appropriate protective measures, that's certainly an appropriate place to use meditation as a way of helping you manage anxiety that is, maybe exceeds the appropriate circumstances. I want to say anxiety is a really healthy, normal emotion. And so it's something that we're all going to experience in the face of a real and legitimate health crisis and stressors. So what we use meditation for in that context is really dialing down the intensity of that anxiety so that you can still focus, think clearly, find calm, and be effective in your life. But it's not always about eliminating it altogether.
All right, we'll leave it there for now. Headspace's Chief Scientific Officer, Dr. Megan Jones-Bell. Really great advice. Have a good long weekend.
Thank you.